Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are tuning in from in the world. This morning's practice is going to be a full body mobility routine, followed by some alternate nostril breath work and some Kapalbhati, abdominal breath work. And then we'll finish off with a short visualization, meditation, manifestation. We're going to start the session standing today. And so, first of all, I want you to put your hands out by your sides, palms facing up. We're going to start off getting some movement into the shoulders. So we're going to do some shoulder scooping. We're going to internally rotate the right hand, so the thumb is facing down. If you don't know what I mean by internally rotate, intern, external, internal, external. Keeping the left activated, you're going to internally rotate the right, externally rotate the left. And then we're just going to move through this internal, external rotation, alternating the left and the right. And then both external, really trying to squeeze the shoulder, really trying to squeeze the shoulder blades together here. So externally rotating, then internally rotating. Then one more externally rotating. Hold on for 3, for 2, and for 1. And give that a shake off. Palms out by your hands out by your side, palms facing up. Fingertips at shoulders. Drawing some nice big circles. And we're going to go clockwise. I'm saying clockwise, one's anti-clockwise. We're going to do both ways, so it doesn't really matter which way that you started. And then give that a shake off. Reaching the arms up, and then we're just going to bend over to the left hand side. Get a nice stretch down the right side there. And then up, back over to the right. And now let's widen the feet just a touch. Place the left hand on the left waist. And we're going to reach a little bit further in this time. Bending over to the left. Feeling that stretch down the right hand side. Swapping over to the right. Oh, lovely. Now we'll take a place down on the mat. Coming into our tabletop position. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Pushing the mat away, rounding the spine. Tilting the tailbone into our cat pose. And then slowly moving through into our cow pose, arching the lower spine, looking up, sucking the stomach in, opening the glutes, and then exhale, complete opposite direction. Then inhale, back again. And then exhale. This time I want you to come a little bit further forward just to apply some pressure on the wrists. Make sure you've got your fingertips spread. And I want you to externally rotate the elbows, the forearms, just to feel that nice stretch. And then we're going to sit into our child's pose. Big toes together, widen the knees as much as you need to, sinking the belly, the chest, and the chin down to the mat. What we're going to do here, we're going to inhale, come forward into cobra position. Inhale, keeping the belly, the chest, and the chin as low down to the mat as possible. Coming up to cobra. Exhale, coming back to child's pose. Inhale, coming forward again. chest out, shoulders back, sitting back into our child's pose. And again, one more. Holding for 3, for 2, and 1. Rounding the spine, coming back into the cat position. And then return to neutral. Supporting ourselves with our hands and our left knee and foot. You're going to take the right heel to the right glute, and we're going to draw some nice big circles with the knee. That's 5. 5 the other way. Moving over to the left side, left heel to the left glute. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 5 the other way. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming forward on the mat slightly, just so you've got enough room behind you. Widen the knees as wide as you need to, big toes together. And we're going to just start walking down one bit at a time. Now, if this is your biting point, by biting point I mean if this is where you really feel it in your quads, just stay here. For anybody else who can reach down or go a little bit further, then go a little bit further down. And we're just going to hold this position for a few breaths. If you feel like you want to increase the intensity, if you are lying down, start to bring the knees together. I'm feeling fairly tight today. Done a lot of sledge pulling and pushing yesterday. Don't want you to be arching the spine here either. I want you to be engaging the core. And then bring the shoulder blades together. Walk up with the elbows, then to the hands. I want to lean forward, tuck the toes, and then come into this yogic squat position. If you can't get your feet down, it's completely fine. Just support yourselves with your hands. For anybody who can, I want you to take this position here. Bringing the elbows on the inside of the knees, hands into prayer position. And you're just going to use that just to help you open up a little bit more. Holding for 3, for 2, and 1. Start, bring the hands to the mat. Start to straighten the legs. Coming up, you do want to have a bend in your legs actually, so you're not fully straightening. And we're going to do some of our twists. So the left arm, the left hand is over the top of the left knee and the right knee. Right hand, fingertips facing towards the mat. And you're going to exhale, twist up to the right. Couple of breaths here. Inhale to the center, exhale up to the left. Inhale back to the center, exhale up to the right. Inhale back to the center, up to the left. And inhale back to the center. I want you to straighten your legs now and just widen your feet as much as you need to. Bringing your hands to the mat. And we're just slowly going to let the head sink down. What we're trying to do here, we're not pushing our bum back. We're actually bringing the weight onto the big toes. And you're going to start to feel this nice stretch in your hamstrings. If you can get your head down to the mat, by all means go for it. If not, just hold it here. Inhale, come up, start to bring the feet together. Have a slight bend in the knees here. What I want you to do, you're going to have to squat down probably quite a bit for this. If you want another variation, you can bring the left knee down to the ground. And what we're going to do is place the hand underneath the foot and just widen the fingertip, widen the fingers as much as you need to. We're just going to use the right foot to massage the right hand. If you want a bit of a deeper stretch in the forearm also, you can externally rotate the elbow so the biceps are kind of facing towards the front. And then we'll just move over to the left side. And then let's walk our way to the front of the mat, slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time. Inhaling the arms up. Take a slight back bend here. And exhale, fold and forward. Inhale, coming back up. Another back bend, trying to drive the hips forward. Exhale, coming down. One more time. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Hands come to the mat, step back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or a cobra. Your choice. Tuck the toes. Exhale into downward facing dog. Centering the right foot, centering the left foot, kick the left foot up and over. I'm getting mixed up. Centering the left foot, kick the right foot up and over, opening up, down this right hand side. Oh. Back down, centering the right foot, kick the left foot up and over to the right hand side. Oh. And then back down. Coming down to a seated position now. Extending the legs out in front of us. Extending the left leg out in front of us. Bringing the right in. Extend the right arm. Wrap it right round. Remember the dorsiflexion. Inhale the right arm up. And then exhale, twist. Place the right hand behind you. And looking behind the right shoulder. For a few breaths here. Inhale back to the center. Extend the right. Bring the left back. Extend the right. And wrap it around the left knee. Pulling it into the chest. Inhale. Reaching the left arm up. Exhale. Twist. Looking behind us. Exhale. Looking behind the left shoulder. And one. Inhale back to the center. Both legs out in front of us. Fingertips facing behind us now. 90-degree bend in the knees. And what I want us to do is just to sit forward, getting a stretch in the chest, the front delts, and the bicep. And if you want to increase this, if you want to increase the intensity, we're going to drive the hips up, coming into this bridge pose. and then back down. Once again, back up and back down. This one we're going to hold for 3, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Sit back down. Finish off with some 90s. So you want to be sitting back, 90-degree bend in the legs, feet probably 2 feet apart, dropping both legs, dropping both knees over to the left, then over to the right, then over to the left, over to the right, over to the left, over to the right, out in front of you. Give them a little bit of a shake off. And now we're going to start our breath work. If you need any tissue, if you need a block or a cushion to sit on, go and grab it now before we make a start. Sat in a comfortable seated position. Turn the first 2 fingers in. We're going to be blocking the right nostril with the right thumb, blocking the left nostril with the wedding ring finger on the right hand. Blocking the right, inhale through the left. Block the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Block the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Block the left, exhale through the right. Couple of breaths now, in and out both nostrils. We're going to do a round of Kapalbhati, which is also known as a breath of fire. And what we're going to do is, hold on a second, is that one known as breath of fire? I don't know, don't take my word for that. We're going to do Kapalbhati. I think Bastrika is breath of fire actually. Anyways, if you haven't done this one before, you want to be completely relaxing all of your body, your face, your arms, like everything. The only thing that's going to be moving is your abdominal muscles. What we're going to do, it's a forceful exhale and it's a passive inhale. So imagine, this is how I explain it anyways, is imagine your stomach is kind of a pump, the muscles are going and then relaxing, and then relaxing, and relaxing. When we force for the exhale, obviously we're going to be exhaling. When we relax, we want to allow the breath to just come in through the nostrils. It's going to be like, it's going to be when the abdominal relaxes, the belly relaxes, and it draws the breath in. So with that being said, let's do our first round of Kapalbhati. Now, if you feel like you need to stop at any point, just stop and take a few breaths and join back in when you need to. Inhaling to around 75 to 80% capacity of your lungs. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Going for our second round of alternate nostril breathing. This time I want you to slow down the breath as much as you can to a point where you can't hear the breath coming in and out of each nostril. Blocking the right inhale through the left. Block the left exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block the right exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Block the left exhale through the right. And return to normal breathing in and out the nose. My apologies if you can hear my dog snoring. Second round of Kapalbhati. Inhale. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Your choice here. So either take one more round of alternate nostril breathing or one more round of your Kapalbhati. And then we're going to close the session off with the visualization, meditation, manifestation. I'm going to go for the alternate nostril breathing myself. I want you to go at your own pace. And remember, just slowing it down as much as you need to. feel free to continue off. Feel free to continue or let the breath return to normal. Let's close the session off with the visualization, meditation. I want us to return back to the mantra, I think, I feel, I act, I attract. The first part of this is the thought. And what is the thought? Everything starts with a thought. Everything you see around you starts with a thought. And so I want you to think of something that you're trying to bring into your life, a personal goal or a goal in your business. And I want you to think of it down to the finest detail. So if it's closing a business deal, what is that business deal? What is the amount of money? Imagine yourself signing the contract. And if it's a personal goal, or maybe it's a fitness goal, you might be losing a certain number of pounds. How does that feel? Sorry, what does that look like? And then the second part, now, how does that feel? And I want you to try and attach the feeling of gratitude to it. Because gratitude is one of the most powerfulest feelings there is. Really try and vision it down to the finest detail and just feel the emotion. And the final part of this is, so it's I think, I feel, I act. What is the action that you can take today or this week to get you to one step closer to where you desire to be in life? What is the action step that you can take? You know, it might be hitting the gym that one extra time, putting in extra effort. If it's something in your business, it might be making the phone call that you needed to make, sending that email. And just think, what is the action step I can do today? And what that is doing, that is programming your subconscious into doing the things that you need to do to get to where you want to be. And so this also attracts what it is that we are desiring in life. So I think, I feel, I act, I attract. And on that note, we're going to close the session just by saying thank you. Thank you to yourself for showing up this morning. If you believe in God or higher power, the universe, whatever that is, maybe just take a moment to say thanks. Thank you. And that brings us to the end of our session. I hope you all enjoyed that. I hope you took some value from it. I hope you're feeling nice and loose. And I'll see you again tomorrow for the next one. Bye-bye for now.